some very important points when applying for credit. First, you have to have an understanding if you're going to go for a personal loan or credit cards. Now, in today's climate, personal loans are an excellent way to go. And I would recommend that you do, if you need money or resources, that you have to actually go that particular route. But what's most important, before you apply for any type of loans, you got to make sure that you have a job or income to repay the debt. That's the most important thing. Do not put yourself in a financial bind, a situation where you're going after money and you don't have the financial means or resources to pay it back. Or if you're a business owner and you're going for it and you need this money, really make sure that you have 2 or 3 ways to repay the money, because once you get the money, you want to be assured that you can repay it, because that's going to help you in the future get more money. Okay? Now, but let's get back to the personal loan. A lot of banks nowadays, Chase is very good at it now. Bank of America, there's a bank out of Houston called BBVA Compass, excellent bank that you can go to. A lot of the smaller banks are giving away personal loans. This is non-secured loans, anywhere from 10,000, 25, 50,000 up to 150,000 unsecured, which is a very good situation that you can take advantage of. And more importantly, long as you've got a 730 above credit score, you're going to automatically qualify and be able to get the best rate possible. Sometimes, depending on the amount of money, generally anything $100,000 and above, if you qualify with it on a credit score, they want you to be able to show your tax returns to prove that you can repay the loan. But if you've got a high credit score, you can more than likely get a $50,000 personal loan through a bank with a 2 to 5 year payback. So that's an excellent situation. Now, this is what's very key. You want to make sure that you don't have any negatives on your credit. And if you have any negatives on your credit, the very first thing that you want to do is get the negatives off. Do not try to get any type of new money or loans if you have any negative reporting on your credit report. And there's a lot of ways that you can get that done. But you want to make sure that you don't have that there, because that hinders, slows the process, or creates a scenario where you're denied. But if you got a clean report, your score is exactly where you want it to go, and you're trying to do what's called a credit blitz, meaning get as much credit as you can, the first thing you want to apply to is you want to apply to the banks for the personal credit, for the personal loan. That is the first step. Once you've applied for those are going to be the first inquiries, and you don't want to go to more than 2 or 3 banks. Then you can apply for the credit cards. Do not apply for the credit cards first. Okay? The credit cards are a little bit more lenient, so they don't mind being the 3rd, 5th, or 6th, or 7th inquiry on the report. And unfortunately, with the new FICO system, the scoring on an inquiry standpoint is almost automatic now. So you've got to take into account that you're a little bit above 730. You've got to strategically plan out every time that you inquire, you're going to lose 4 points. So let's say if you're at 740, you do an inquiry for a personal loan, boom, you're down to 736 for the first one. Then go to the next bank to get the personal loan. You're down to 732 or 730, and keep doing that, okay? But the credit cards are a little bit more lenient in that particular scenario. So if you're going to do a credit blitz, always go after the credit cards after you apply for the personal loans first.